I had this dream, and I don't want to get emotional. Because if I feel like this dream, this dream encapsulated all my fears in one, you know, everything. Hey y'all, so we are back at the house. I'm kind of fresh, you know, did a little makeup. Y'all, my website is relaunching very soon. I would say within the next week or two. Y'all been seeing this like pink lip, y'all notice like on my pictures, on my Instagram. Go follow my Instagram, Meshia Lattimore, my TikTok, Meshia Lattimore, YouTube, Meshia Lattimore. They're all the same. But this is like a lip stain. And literally it's like a beautiful clear pink, but it stains your lips, and it stains your lips for like, bro, I'm not even lying, like 2 or 3 days. It's like if you want to do lip blushing but you don't want to invest or spend the money yet, check out my Huda Beauty lip glosses. Like, they're really good. It has a mirror here, has an LED light, so if you out and about, you on a date, you can literally reapply and look at it. Like, it's just, I love them so much. That's pretty much all I put on my lips. So if you guys like this look, the link to the website is down below, and just go ahead and like register, you know, get a part of the newsletter. And then when these launch, which like I said will be in the next week because I have a whole bunch, okay, I just gotta update a picture and just get the ball rolling there. So definitely check those out. Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to talk to y'all really quick because I feel like Scott's been doing something with me. He's been doing a lot. He's shifting a lot. When I say a lot, and I mean a lot, from dating, love life, everything. Like, even now things are just changing, and it's making me a little nervous, but I'm just to this point where I just want to do and be everything that I'm supposed to be. And a friend of mine just out the blue called me today and was like, hey, come look at this house. It's like a $2.5 million house, but I don't know, when I walked in this house, because I was showing someone else, like, I just thought of you. I'm like, Nisha will love this, how it's staged so beautifully. I can see her in this film. Like, I can see her in this house. I can see her. He was just manifesting, like, it's almost like I'm not even this close, you know, to this friend, but the fact that they thought of me, it's like God dropped me in their spirit and literally had them call me, say, you got to go, it's 10 minutes away from where you live right now, you got to go see this stage house right now. Put your hands on it, walk around, lay your hands on it, claim it. Like, I just feel it. I feel like something's happening and shifting. And I know there's a lot of like manifesting videos, which is great, and I do believe in manifesting and believing in just seeing yourself, but I also believe in like manifesting and like literally getting connected to the Holy Spirit and let the Holy Spirit guide me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just in this journey. There's so many things that I'm just like, God, like, I know you don't want me in this or this lifestyle or this, that, but like, I've tried this and that and look what happened, you know, like, and I'm not blaming God for those things. I'm not trying to get too deep in this conversation, but like, it was just, there's a lot of things that God is shifting and breaking off of me, even to this day right now. And it's painful. It's like a growing pain. But I'm like, Lord, at this point, whatever you want to do, just do it, because clearly you're moving, you're shifting. I don't know if I'm supposed to stay here. I don't know if I'm supposed to move. I don't know if me and my daughter's supposed to go somewhere. I don't know. But I just feel like there's something happening, and I can't not dive into God just because of where I'm at, because I'm a mess right now. And I think a lot of us have that problem where we feel convicted and we feel like we can't go to God, even though, like, I've had the strongest relationship with God. I felt God for myself growing up from a young age. I was saved and everything. And so it's just kind of like, okay, I see it coming back, Lord. Like, everybody has their thorn, everybody has their struggle, everybody has their thing that they're dealing with. But like, God looks at your heart, you know, and it's like, in spite of everything, in spite of so many ways that I've fallen short and that I'm still falling short, it's like God already knew that, and he's still blessing me. He's still elevating my life. He's still allowing people to be inspired by me. He's still showing me things in my dream. Y'all, I know I'm just rambling right now, and this is manifestation video, and I'm going to show you guys footage after this little chit chat on this beautiful house, the Veron modern house and the farmhouse. There are 2 houses. They're gorgeous, but that second one, that's where I see myself, and I feel like God is showing me that because I'm gonna have that in my future. Like, I feel it so heavily. But y'all, I had this dream, and ever since I had this dream, it just kind of shook me up so bad, like so bad, to the point where it disturbed my spirit so much that, you know, you can have a bad dream and you feel a little rattled and you're fine a few hours later. No, I went into straight warfare for like 2 days. I couldn't get out of bed. I would just watch it. I was just fasting. Like, I literally had to like let God do whatever he was trying to do and what he was trying to show me. And I know he was warning me. So I'm just going to tell you about this dream. And I'm not trying to sound like overly spiritual, but I have to be honest and I have to talk about like the things that I'm kind of like going through and how God is shifting things and he's showing me things and he's still protecting me and my family from things. But it was crazy. So let's just go back to this dream. First of all, is very vivid. It has color, but it doesn't have a lot of color, which I've been watching Stephanie Ike, and she was talking about the dream. And I just downloaded this book Audible called like How God Communicates with You in Your Dreams, because my life is so busy. I'm just be on go, hustle, make money, give my daughter the best life, all that God can't really talk to me as much as he used to. So it's like, even though you sleep, the Holy Spirit like is awake, and it's a time that you can still commune with God even in your sleep. And I've always been a dreamer. I have a dream book. It's in my room. I haven't written this dream down yet because I just had to swallow it first. But after like I had this dream, I was like, okay, God, like I got to talk about it, and I don't know what the full interpretation of it yet, but one thing already came to pass, and it protected my sister from something recently that she just felt, she didn't want to tell me, but she was like, Misha, I just want to tell you like that your dream was prophetic, like it protected me from something. And like when she told me what it was, I was like, oh my God. But okay, so the dream, it was just very, very weird. When you have dreams that are spiritual or nightmares, there's a difference. When you have dreams from your subconscious, or it's from the enemy, like it rattles your spirit when you're done. Like it leaves this fear, shaking fear on you. When it's from God, it's like you wake up and you just can't get it out your mind. You can't stop meditating on it. You can't easily shake it. Like, but it also doesn't give you a crippling fear. Like when it's a fear, if it's like warfare or whatever. So, y'all, I had this dream, and I don't want to get emotional. Because I feel like this dream encapsulated all my fears in one, you know, everything. And it was pretty much me and my sister, because y'all know, if y'all go to my Instagram, I went to Evermore for my birthday, which is a beautiful like man-made lagoon resort here in Orlando. And the dream started off with me and my sister holding hands, drinking, which is what it was about too, like cutting back on my drinking, because it was a vice that was keeping me from God. Along with, you guys already know, the other thing that I, you know, feel like God is still dealing with me in, which is my, you know, preference, dating lifestyle or whatever, which I battle with that every day. So I don't want you to think that I'm not, if I don't respond to certain things, it's not because I'm trying to avoid it, it's because God is still dealing with me with it. So y'all, me and my sister were running, but we're running on a highway under the bridge. Like we're running from some type of scene. I couldn't see what the scene was, but clearly we were drunk. Me and my sister, we like to drink and have a good time when we get together. And we're running hand in hand, barefooted, just under the highway, under a bridge. And we're running, trying to sneak into the Evermore resort. Another thing about this dream is that what bothered me about it was that when I have nightmares, I have spiritual warfare dreams, it's always dreams about locations that's far from me, because my home here is like, I feel protected. It's my little safe bubble, my little happy, safe bubble, and I can avoid things. But this dream encapsulated my current life, the things that I've recently done, this house, everything. So we're running on this highway, and we sneak into the resort, and we're holding hands, but then she just disappears. I don't know what happens, but she just disappears. And pretty much my daughter's hand ended up in my hand. I seen my daughter, I was like, oh God. So I was trying to have a good time with her. I don't know why my sister disappeared. I just thought it was very weird to the details that we were running under a highway, and we've been drinking. We were running away from something, trying to sneak into Evermore. So I had my daughter at this point, but as I'm walking around, I'm starting to see a lot of different faces coming to me, a lot of different people, but their faces were looking like distorted, and smiles that look not good, like demonic, like it just weird people. Old men, you know, an old man would come up and like just do this like weird thing. It was very crazy. It was like everywhere I looked, it got to the point where I was like, no, we got to get out of here. So the scene changed, and I grabbed my daughter and I tried to put her in her car seat in my car. We changed the scenes, and I'm in my car and I'm strapping her in. I'm getting in my front seat of my car, and then I look back and I see this Spanish dude with tattoos on his face with my back door open, trying to get my daughter out of the car seat, trying to kidnap her. So I jump out and I'm fighting, but it's almost like I'm fighting him and I'm like, no, and I'm screaming for help. Leave my daughter alone, they're trying to take her. I noticed that this car was waiting, and I got the license plate, and it was waiting. It was a guy with braids who was in the driver's seat and this other white woman who was in the back seat with the back door open, almost like she was trying to help him get my daughter into the car. So I'm fighting with it, but it's almost like I wasn't fighting hard enough, because like it literally just, it seems like he didn't see me or hear me. My daughter was like screaming and I'm like, leave my daughter alone. And I'm fighting it, and he just kind of backs up and just walks away, but not backs up like because he's seen me fighting them. It's like he just backs up and walks away and just hops in the car and drives off. I scoop my daughter up, I run, and I find this first security guard who's in the Evermore. And I was like, someone had just tried to take my daughter. Here's a license plate and blah, 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 blah. He said, someone just tried to kidnap your daughter right now. And I'm like, yes, right now. She just tried to, and I'm holding her. And then his face turns distorted. So I run. And then it changed into the church. I was on the stage behind the pulpit, but there was like seating rows that you can sit on the stage behind the preacher. But then I'm sitting here holding my daughter, and I just see these distorted figures, these distorted spirits just like all around me. And then literally I like look at my daughter, and then it changed to friends that are in my life right now. And it was like, you know how you're in a dream and you're seeing things and you're hearing things as if you're watching it from the far, but they don't know that you're there. It was like the things that I've heard, that friends that I'm not going to name names because I still am praying about it, but there's people who I call really good friends in my life right now. The things that they were saying about me behind my back, the things that they did to me behind my back, it just broke my heart. I don't know if it was like God exposing the people who are really not my friends. I don't know. It hurts me so bad to the point where I'm just like, I'm still praying about it, because I'm like, God, these are friends that I call friends. I don't think they hate me. I don't think they have any jealous spirit. I don't know what it is, but the things that they were saying, it's like they were going back, dating people I used to date. They were talking all this bad things about me. And I was holding my daughter. I'm like, why are you saying this about me? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And it's like they couldn't hear me. So I grabbed my daughter and I run again. And then the scene changes again, and I'm back here in this house downstairs, and I'm grabbing my daughter. I'm just trying to find my mom, my sister, my close family, my safety net. I just got to get my daughter to safety. It was just this feeling of me trying to get my daughter to safety. But even when I was pulling my daughter, it's like she was coming, because she still had that childlike spirit. So it's like she was coming, but it was like she wasn't listening. I was like, London, come on, like we gotta go. And she was like, Mommy, why? And then we were downstairs, and I'm like trying to like tell her, and I'm like, no, Linda, I'm just trying to get you to Nana. Something told me to look out my front door. I look out my front door, this white lady kind of was walking this dog. But as she was walking this dog, she was wearing another dog that looked demonic, that had two heads. And they literally just turned it. It's crazy. They literally turned their heads towards me, and they did that smile. And I just freaked out. So I'm like, we can't stay here either. So something is that we can't stay here either. So I'm trying to put her sandals on, and she's just not cooperating. I'm like, London, come on. And she's like, Mommy, why are you rushing me? I said, because I'm scared. I feel like I can't protect you. I'm scared. And she's like, you're scared? And then the next thing you know, one of my mother's exes, we'll call him Mr. D. Okay, he used to date my mom back in the day. I couldn't really stand him. He always like, Miss Meshia, you gonna wash some dishes, Miss Meshia? Like, I couldn't stand him. But he had a lot of health issues. My mom didn't really date him long. This was back when I was in high school. He appeared in my living room. He just walked in, and I'm just like, what's going on? And then my phone's ringing and going off. And as my phone's ringing, like a FaceTime, like faces are just popping up, just distorted, demonic, like weird faces, and it goes on away. And I'm just trying to forward the messages and the calls, and they keep coming in. I'm like, what is all this? It's like all these spirits were trying to attach itself to me. It was so crazy. And then he looked at me and said, Miss Meshia, he was like, you don't understand. He was like, your daughter can't really hear you, or she's not responding to you. Have you considered that you're dead? And my heart just dropped. And I'm like, what? I'm dead? He was like, yes. He was like, you passed, you're dead. That's why your daughter, she can hear you, because you know how children, they're very sensitive to spirit. Like, she's like, she can hear you, but that's why you're not responding. Like, that guy who tried to take her, he couldn't see you, but he backed out because he felt your presence, and he left. But that's why these spirits and these people are coming, because they're dead too, and they pass, and they're like they're literally trying to attach to you, and they don't know that they're dead, just like you. That's why your daughter can't hear you, because you died. You dead. I'm like, I died. I was so terrified, because I just felt this pain, this fear of like, I left. It's like, I didn't think that I got like murdered or anything. I know this is getting kind of crazy, but it's like when I heard that I died, that I was dead and I didn't know I was dead, it was kind of like, it wasn't like, oh, somebody did something to me. It was like, Mesha, what did you do to like do this? What mistake did you make? And the thing that just dropped in my spirit was just like drinking, like alcohol. Like, it has been a vice in my family and for generations. Like, it is a generational thing that we fight every day. Now, I'm not an alcoholic or something, but when I drink to numb things, and I drink to like deal with things, deal with the pressure, trying to be the perfect mom, trying to do everything by myself. Things didn't work out. Like, I use it to cope. And they always say, like, if you feel like you need a drink, you don't deserve to drink. And that sat with me so heavily, but I just knew maybe I got behind the wheel or something, or me and my sister, and we were drunk driving, and then we died there and we didn't, which explains why we were running from a scene under the bridge, under a highway, on a highway under a bridge. Y'all, I was so scared. I shook myself because I thought I died in my sleep, because I had a martini or two before I went to bed. And I was like, oh God, like, I shook myself up out of that dream, because it's like, I couldn't handle no more. The questions I was going to ask him, like, I couldn't even handle it. And I just felt this pain, and I just fell into this deep, like, depression, this slumber. But I know it was just like the spirit, like the Holy Spirit was just like dealing with me. It's like, oh my God, it was the worst dream I've ever had in my life, because my biggest fear is like me leaving before my time, or something happened to me and I'm not here to protect my daughter. I'm not here to raise her. And she gets into the wrong hands. Like, that is the worst fear. And also me dying before I like get my life, straight, get my issues together. And it just dealt with me so bad. I fasted, and it bothered my spirit so much, y'all. Like, so much, to the point where like I'm just reconsidering a lot. It was definitely a warning. I know it was God, because I didn't feel like a crippling fear. I felt this like, just like conviction. And I felt this like, okay, I need to fast from this. I need to not do this, because something's going to happen, and God is trying to protect me. And he always shows you in the spirit before he shows you in the physical of things. So it's just kind of like, okay, God, I hear you. What do you want me to do? I can't do these things on my own. I can't fix this. I can't walk away from this on my own. Like, you have to do it. So what do I need to do? He just give it to him. So I'm just at this place where I'm just giving everything over. Everything that I struggle with, I just give it to God, and I just pray that God just like, and I know he's doing it. And he's also balancing it out with things like this, the random call and me going to look at this $2 million house, and God is showing me what he's trying to set me up for. He's maybe moving things and people out of my life, but it's for a reason. I had that dream for a reason. And turns out my sister happened to had an accident at 5 o'clock that afternoon. And I told her about the dream, her portion of the dream, like 7 o'clock that morning. And she said, Mesha, it happened. Like, she was driving home in the rain. She spun out of control. And she's like, she was trying to pull the wheel, but something was pulling the wheel back this way. Like, she was fighting with the wheel to the point where she turned and she was facing oncoming traffic on the highway. And it's like, almost like everything was just going around her. Like, and she hit a barricade, she spun, but she's facing oncoming, like, so she can't just turn the car around. But she said she literally was fighting with a wheel and got in an accident, and it happened under a bridge. She's like, Mesha, when you told me about that dream, I just had this reverence, I just had this like caution, like I knew something was happening. But so if you didn't have that dream, it could have killed me. It could have been the warning. That's what you had to tell me, because Mesha, she said the exact place that you described it. She said, Mesha, don't ever, regardless of what you think you struggle with, what you're going through, don't ever trust that God can't still use you. Don't ever trust that you are not prophetic, or you're not a dreamer, or God can't use you. I just said that. I know I did. But she said, because that was prophetic, and that probably saved my life. And God is showing you that. She said, us running from that scene, we probably got in an accident right there. We died, and we just didn't know, and we were just running off. It's almost like that movie, like The Sixth Sense, with Bruce, and he realized at the end that he was dead the whole time. He didn't know he was dead, but the little boy who could see dead people because of spirit, children are sensitive to spirit. It was crazy. It was just wild, y'all. So it's a lot going on. I may have to just do this portion of the video first, and then film the manifestation, because I just had to get it off my spirit. I had to get it off my chest. And I'm just gonna start talking more in my videos. I want to add value to people's lives. I want people to know that you're not alone if you're struggling with anything. Like, my life is good and I'm blessed, but there's so many things that I'm battling, and it's okay. It's okay to not arrive. It's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to not be where you are, because God is an amazing God, and he's very faithful to complete anything that he started. My thing is, I just pray to God, like, just don't let me go. Just don't let me go, Lord. Just stay real close, because if you give a little inch for the devil getting with me, I feel like and even ever since we were little, my mom, like I heard pastor said, like, you know, they're trying to take your girls out with alcohol. They're going to take them out with car accidents. Like, you have to intercede for them. My mom is a praying mama, okay? So regardless of where I'm at right now, I just know this is not where I'm always going to be. But I just feel like I just wanted to talk about this on my platform and just open up a different avenue of discussions, because it's time, you know. It's time. I don't care about negative comments. I pray that I just want everything to be positive. Please keep it positive and tell me if you had anything like this similar. Have you ever had dreams? Do you feel like God speaks to you in your dreams? Like, talk to me, like, because it was crazy. It was crazy. It was more of like a warning. It was definitely a wake-up call. So yeah, y'all, it was a lot. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Well, it was kind of tough, but hopefully you guys could resonate with that or understand it, or, you know, it can help you in some type of way, any way, shape, or form, or whatever. So I just know I had to talk about it. Like, he wouldn't leave me alone until I talked about it, because he said, okay, it's time to show the real, the raw. And there's a lot of things that he's dealing with me about. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if you want more of these story times, because I have a lot of dreams. I have one that after my breakup with her child's father, it rocked my world. That one's written down. That one's very deep. So if you guys like these stories and these dreams and these things that I'm going through, and you guys want the realness, you want the raw, like y'all think it's cool, like it's a safe space where I can talk about it, then I'm ready. So comment, like, subscribe, and I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.